Hello guys, welcome back to another video review by George Movies, and today we're talking about Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, which came out way back in 2016. I rewatched this movie this year, and I gotta say, this movie is terrible. There's barely anything redeemable about it, which I'll talk about the pros already. I'll talk about the pros first. The movie is shot very well. It feels very cinematic. It feels like an actual big budget movie, which is really good. I really like that. Doesn't change the fact that this movie sucks, but it's filmed well. Not as cinematic as Man of Steel or Zack Snyder's Justice League, but it's good. Nothing incredible, but it is shot well. It is shot well. I mean, it is shot well, actually. It is quite good. It's great, actually, but that does not save the movie. The score is fantastic.
Say that again?
It's fantastic.
Yes, it is.
The score is incredible. That is probably the best part of the movie. The score is by far the best part of the movie. The acting is decent. It's fine. It's nothing like groundbreaking, but the actors did a good job with the script they were given. It's just that the script that they were given was absolute trash and deserves to be lit on fire by everybody in the DC community. And this is kind of this is like just a character that I liked in the movie. This is literally the only character I liked, by the way. The character that I actually had no issues with. This is Alfred. He's the only likable character. Okay, he's good. Okay, I sympathized with him. Like, he has a very good reason to be angry at Batman for killing people. And I'm surprised he's not as concerned as he would be if this was in the comics. Those are the only pros I have with the film. The cons, all of the main characters in this movie are very unlikable. The writing in this movie sucks in every way possible. Batman killing makes me cringe and makes no sense whatsoever. The entire movie is so dull and uninteresting and so boring. And why did this need to be 3 hours? This had no reason to be 3 hours. Like, the whole movie spends, like, so much time, like, talking about this, like, these stuff that doesn't even matter. And then it, like, wastes time. And then when the Batman and Superman fight actually happens, it's pointless. There is no emotion behind it. It just happens. And we're meant to care. We don't care. And then, the Martha scene just makes Batman look like an idiot. And speaking of Batman, he's an idiot the entire movie. And the part that I really hate about this movie is that it makes you hate Superman. It makes you hate Superman, which, that drives me insane. Batman killing drives me insane, but this also drives me insane. And they do it for the sake of subverting, like, expectations or trying to be different and edgy and cool. But it doesn't work. If you're making a big budget movie, it doesn't work. If this was a comedy, it would actually work. Like, if this was an actual comedy, it would be hilarious. But it's not a comedy. This movie is trying to take itself seriously. It wants you to take it seriously, but you can't because it has dialogue like, oh, do you bleed? Oh, save Martha. Oh, like, there's so much emphasis where the movie just is more corny than it should be. Like, there's a bit where Superman just takes Batman's mask off and he's like, she was my world and you took her from me. Like, it's just so stupid. Like, I don't know what Zack Snyder was doing. I'm not sure what the writers were doing, but what they were doing was not okay. I did not like this at all. Like, the writing in this movie is absolutely horrible. I don't know what was going on back there. Like, I don't know what the writers were thinking back in 2016. Like, there's like this the nightmare sequence makes Superman a criminal, which I hate. The entire movie makes Superman feel like a criminal. And I don't like that. Superman should be a symbol of hope, a force for good, which is what Man of Steel kind of did. But then this movie makes Man of Steel pointless, and then the whole message behind Man of Steel was retconned because of the opening of Batman v Superman, where Batman sees Superman killing people, like endangering the lives of like 1 billion people, and then he blames Superman for killing these people, but technically it was Zod, and then Superman killed Zod, and then that turns to the whole thing, and then like Lex Luthor is like here for some reason. He does not serve a purpose to be in the movie. He's just shoehorned in here for fan service or whatever, and he doesn't even feel like the character. He feels like this parody or this oversimplification of Lex Luthor. Like Jesse Eisenberg does a good job, but he was miscast. If he was playing the Riddler in the movie, this would be way more believable, but it's not. It's not convincing. It's not intelligent. It's not memorable. It's just so forgettable, this performance, and I want to forget it because it's just so unlike Lex Luthor that it just makes me so angry. And then like Doomsday is forced into this movie, and then Superman dies in his second movie. Sorry, what? Bro, completely unrelated, but Superman was nerfed in this movie. Like, he was nerfed so hard. Like, he's like, in like the bit where, like, he's like, walking up to Batman, and he could have easily have just grabbed Batman by the neck, threw him up to the sun, and just was like, oh yeah, Lex Luthor is holding Martha hostage, you're gonna have to save her. Like, he's literally about to tell him. And yeah, I get the whole, like, sound waves crashing on him. I get that. Like, I mean, he probably couldn't see that, but, like, it's dumb. I don't know how Batman was able to set up all that. That's a completely different thing. But, like, Superman literally could have just grabbed Batman by the throat, and, like, really easily. Like, Superman is really fast, by the way. Like, have you seen him in Man of Steel? Like, he, like, bolted, like, at General Zod, you know? And, like, he's holding, like, he could have just, like, flown up to Batman, like, flown up high in the air, smacked him into the ground, pulled him up by the throat, and then punched him a couple of times to knock some sense into him. And he's like, hey, Lex Luthor's holding Master hostage, and he wants us to fight each other so he can prove a point. And then, like, he beats up, like, he should have beaten up Batman. And then Superman, he is so weak throughout this whole fight. He is stupid. Like, all of a sudden, he's really stupid. He's not smart. He's really stupid. And then, like, Batman just, like, shoots him with, like, a kryptonite bullet, and Superman catches it. It's obviously going to explode. And he just gets, like, he just breathes in the kryptonite. And it's so stupid. And, like, Superman is so dumb throughout the entire movie. And he could have told Batman throughout this entire fight that, like, after the shockwave thing, he could have just flown up after destroying them. Like, he literally could have just, like, sped up towards Batman, punched him into the ground, and was like, hey, Lex Luthor is, like, holding Martha hostage. You know, he could have just told him, like, after that, you know, but no, he just forgot all of a sudden. He just forgot. And he's like, oh, you don't understand, there's no time. And Batman's like, I understand. What should have happened? Pushed him, flew up, and then that's when he should have told him. But then no, we had to have Batman and Superman fight for like 30 minutes, and it means nothing. The whole fight doesn't even matter. It's a waste of time. And, like, the whole fight scene is so dumb. It makes no sense. Like, Superman is just gonna wreck Batman. Superman would just kill Batman instantly and he'd be dead. Like, I get Batman, like, trained for this, or whatever, I get that, but, like, the whole setup, it's there. The setup is there, but the payoff was so wasteful. Like, the payoff was just stupid. And then, like, it's just yuck. So bad. And then, like, Wonder Woman is here for no reason. Like, she's literally here for fan service. Her role makes no sense. Try and explain to me why she's in the movie. She was literally the big reason to me why she was in the movie was because she was shoehorned in there last minute. And there's, like, a Justice League setup, and then, like, Batman's like, I'm gonna form this team near the end, and it makes no sense because he doesn't even know these people. He's like, oh yeah, these guys, I barely even know them. I don't even know them. But, like, I'm gonna recruit them in the next film, and I'm gonna try and recruit them and see if that turns out well, and it didn't. Spoiler alert, it didn't turn out well. Like, you know, it just, like, just the whole, just Ben Affleck, like, his acting is good, but his Batman was just absolutely crap in this movie. Batman sucks, he's so stupid. And, like, he's driven by wanting to kill Superman, and it makes no sense because he's a stupid idiot. And then he's like, he's like really drunk all of a sudden, and he's like really depressed, and he's like really, like, this version of Batman is meant to be like really experienced and broken, which I'm fine with that. I'm on board with that. But we just met this version of Batman, so we don't really feel that, you know, like, if Batman v Superman came out way later, so, like, because Civil War, for example, came out the same year, but that came out in, like, Phase 3, so if Batman v Superman came out in Phase 3 of the DCEU, it might have been received better. Like, I can see myself watching this in 2016 and going, wow, that was a bad movie. Completely unrelated, gonna go talk about another thing in the movie. Superman's death sucks. His death literally sucks. Like, it comes out of nowhere. He's like, oh, I'm going to go sacrifice myself for mankind. And we just met this guy a movie ago. So he grabs the kryptonite spear, right? And he rams it into Doomsday, right? And then Doomsday's like, ah! And then Doomsday stabs Superman. And I actually was kind of like, I was kind of crying. I wasn't crying, but I was like sad because I realized that this movie was bad. I realized that it was bad in this moment, and then, like, this whole movie sucks. It's so unredeemable. Like, how can you defend it? This whole movie sucks. But, so he kills Superman. Superman's like, ah! And then Superman stabs it. I mean, he technically already had it lodged in him, but, like, he pushes it forward. He has to use that and push that forward. Like, that bit's kind of, it's good. It's good because it's shot well, and it's kind of sad. But we just met this guy. We don't care. I mean, we do care, but we just met him, you know? And we're sad to see him go because he shouldn't be dying this early. And the whole point, like, his death was just retconned in the next movie. Like, he literally gets, like, brought back. He's fine. He's, like, on the posters and everything. Like, so I don't know why. I just don't get what was the point of killing him off if they're just gonna bring him back, you know? Which is another story on its own. This whole film is just a mess. It's a disaster piece. It's not a masterpiece like some people have it making out to be. I think it's a disaster piece. Like, it's just, it's not even a beautiful mess. It's not even fun to watch. It's actually so hard to even get through. Like, granted, I was watching it late last night. Granted, I did start it late, but still, if I was watching this at any time during the day, I would still be hella bored. Because, like, the whole movie, it just wastes so much time with pointless subplots and characters we don't care about instead of actually telling the story that it was meant to tell. And, like, if it was shorter, I'm actually kind of glad that some of it was cut out. But instead of cutting out the stuff that adds the context, which still does not make any sense, they should have just cut out the Lois Lane subplot that does nothing. It literally does nothing. Like, cut that out. And then, like, cut out maybe the white Portuguese thing. I know that's, like, really important, so probably keep that in the movie. But, like, there are some parts of the movie I think should have been cut out. Like, the whole Lois Lane stuff, that's cut out. Everything to do with Lois Lane and her investigation, I would have cut out. And then I would have kept, like, the opening in, like, I don't like the opening with, like, when they're in, like, I think it's, like, Africa, I believe, I'm not sure. But they're in there, like, that country, I didn't Google, but they're in that country or whatever. And then Jimmy Olsen dies in his debut appearance, so we just don't care. We don't care. Now, I get this guy as a character in the comics. You could argue the same for Superman's death. But this is a new version of the character. A completely different version of the character that we've only introduced to in this film. So when he dies, there's no way. And then we're like, oh, what wasted potential, you know? And, like, the whole film, like, it has moments where you kind of, that's kind of sad, that kind of is, kind of not. And then you realize the reason why the emotional bits don't work is because it's the second movie in this cinematic universe. And this was when the DCEU, I think, fell flat as a franchise. Because Man of Steel was a decent opener. Like, say what you will about that movie, it's not perfect, it's not the best interpretation of Superman, but at least it was a decent film with a good message, you know? And at least that movie was watchable and it wasn't boring. I mean, some parts of it still don't make any sense, and some of the dialogue in that movie is a little bit cheesy as well, and some CGI doesn't look very good. At least that movie had somewhat of a message. Like, Batman v Superman has no message. It has no message, and it does, but it's not meaningful. And, like, I don't like how the movie, like, compares Superman to Jesus. Like, they're not the same person. They're not the same person. And, like, the movie, like, there's a whole, like, thing, like, where these reporters are talking about, oh, is this guy a demon or is he an angel? Like, they're trying to figure out what Superman actually is, what his purpose is. Which, that's fine. That's kind of interesting that people actually are scared of him. Which isn't good. They shouldn't be scared of him. They should be, you know, happy that he's helping them. And then, like, Superman is like, oh yeah, Superman was never real, it was all a dream. Like, that, I hated that. Like, when I heard that, I was like, ugh, why does this movie have to be so lame? You know, why does it have to be so boring, so dull, so uninteresting? Like, what was going on back in 2015, 16? You know, what were the writers cooking up that they thought was gonna please the fans? You know, like, I loved this movie for the longest time. I loved it for a long time. And, I just felt like just when I rewatched it, like, I knew it was bad. Like, there were signs of it being bad. And when I finished it, I was like, wow, this movie really does suck. It sucks. It's such a bad film. It's a mess. It doesn't do anything to make us see more of these characters. It makes us hate them. And, like, the only good character in this movie is Alfred. That says a lot. Okay, Alfred usually is the GOAT. And it makes sense. Like, if he was good in the movie, why wasn't Batman or Superman? Like, I don't get it. I really hope the Snyder Cut is good on rewatch, because if it's not, I am ranting. I will be ranting too. I'm definitely going to have problems with that film. But, yeah, this movie was a mess, to be sure. Heavily flawed movie. It sucks. It's bad. It's all of the above, just terrible. It sucks. It's boring. It's dull. It's unoriginal. It's unsatisfying. It's disappointing. It's a waste of time. If you are excited to watch this movie, I'm happily to inform you that it's not going to meet your expectations. All right, if you hated Man of Steel, and if you hated Zack Snyder's other movies, this will not satisfy you. This will make you hate his movies even more. I just feel like, I don't know what Zack Snyder was thinking. It's very obvious that the studio just let him do whatever he wanted, which I don't think I like that very much, because directors need restrictions, unless they know what they're doing. But if they don't know what they're doing, they need restrictions. Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't understand why so much people defend this movie like it's some work of art. It's not. It's like, it's a piece of crap. It's a piece of shat, actually. It's just a shat balls ass film. It's just, it's so bad. I actually hate it. I'm not doing this for views. This is my genuine view on the movie. I'm not doing this just so you guys can be like, oh, this guy sucks. Oh, this is my actual opinion on the film. I'm not doing this to just annoy people. Okay? This is my actual thoughts on the film, and it sucks. Okay, as a DC film, this movie sucks. As a critically standing, this movie sucks. As a just as a movie in general, it just doesn't do anything to affect you, which is why it sucks. One of the biggest reasons why it sucks. So I'm gonna give this movie a 2 out of 10. Alright guys, that just about wraps up my review on Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice from 2016. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have come this far, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe for more, because that'd be really appreciated, and I really hope this video gets a lot of views. And if you know somebody who's seen this movie, please send this to them, because I want this video to get really popular. It's probably not gonna do well, but it's worth a try, I guess. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry, editing this video just took way too long, and next time I'm not doing that. I'm just going to wing it with my videos. My videos aren't gonna be perfect. They're probably gonna be heavily flawed, but I don't really care. At least I try with my stuff, put effort into things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, please subscribe for more content like this. Subscribe. See you guys. I hope you have a great day. Bye.